Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream of today. Unfortunately, we had a miscommunication, and one of us uh, is not with us. Um, my friends are still not audible, but you'll hear them later on. Um, I think one of us is also still making his character. Are you ready? Okay. I just heard that he's done. Okay. Yeah. Let's do it for today. Okay, we are going to play a different type of game. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the stream of Nation of Dice. Today, we have an improv game. Um, where are we going? What are we going to do? Well, we're going to play a version of Roll for Shoes. Roll for Shoes is a very simple game. You play it with a 1d6, and every time you have a 6, you get an ability you declared before you rolled. That can be anything. It can be tying your shoes to eating ridiculous amounts of spaghetti. But it can also be something like hitting someone with a stick. Every time you roll a 6, if you ask for the ability, uh, you get a level up on that ability. So you get more points to hit. If you roll a 1 or a 2, you fail the roll. 3, 4, or 5, you succeed the roll. Okay, let's introduce the characters. Sai, would you like to do the honors?
Yeah, I'm going to be playing William Rattleton. I'm going to be the optimistic and gullible rattlesnake.
And who will be
Uh,
the other character be?
I'll be playing George, the house cat.
Okay, uh,
Um, just
the
playing
house cat.
George, the
The
house
house
cat.
cat.
George the
Yeah,
Husky.
nothing more, nothing less.
Nothing.
Well, today it's a beautiful day. The sun is shining through the windows, and the house cat is lying in the window sill. Our rattlesnake is in its cage and, enjoying the sun for what it is. But then the cat smells smoke. What you gonna do? The smoke is slowly creeping towards you, George.
Um, 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 I'm gonna blow it away.
Okay. Roll a d6.
It's a 5.
Well, you are able to blow it away, but it keeps coming towards you.
Well, I'm gonna keep blowing and going to my friend, the snake, and I'm gonna knock on his window. Hello.
Mm.
For all intents and purposes, you are able to communicate with each other. So,
Uh, all right, that's good to know.
You ring cats.
Yes, I did. No, no, yes, I did. There's smoke
You see where the smoke is?
on the floor.
I see where the smoke's coming from.
you want to see? Okay. Most snakes have the ability to detect infrared light. So, roll a d6 and see if you're successful.
Yeah, that's a 6.
Ah, so note down every time you want to try this again, you will get another d6.
Cool. Every time I try to sense heat.
Yes, every time you try to sense heat, you get another d6.
Cool.
You notice that, yeah, it's hot on the other side of the door. It is very hot at the other side of the door.
Hmm. No, it is very hot, cat. But where is the human cat?
I don't know. I was sleeping.
Cats in your naps.
Yeah, rest has to be taken.
Let me out, cat. Let me find the owner.
I'm going to try and break his cage open by spitting a hairball.
Here.
Okay, roll for it. I can't say no. Just roll for it. Roll a d6.
It's a 5.
You successfully are able to spit open the cage. The door that was kind of locked with a very simple lock mechanism. You spit it on. So you spit on it, and it got loose. And yeah, you can get out of there.
Cool. I'm gonna slither out and try to go towards the source of this smoke.
Okay. While you slither that way, uh, George, you are following, or you're gonna stay?
I'm gonna follow him
Okay.
like a galloping way.
While you slither that way, you feel that the heat is getting more intense. The smoke is getting darker, and you can taste it. You can taste the darkness of the smoke. This is not something you are. Your internal feeling, your instinct says you need to get out of here.
Cat, where was the owner last?
The human, I don't know where he was. I saw last he was going to take a shit.
Can I roll to hit him with my tail? Just the whack with the tail.
Yes, you can roll to whack him with your tail.
Can I roll to dodge?
Yes, you can roll to dodge. Yes.
It's a 4.
It's
four.
a 2.
You take you get hit, and you try to jump up. Cats are normally very responsive to any type of danger going towards them, but you apparently don't have your days and are still drowsy, and you get even more drowsy when this snake is just hitting you right across the face.
Why did you need to hit me?
For being so vulgar, cat.
You asked me a question and I answered.
I'm gonna slither to the bathroom.
You slither to the bathroom.
Yeah,
You
to
want to
the
go
door of the
under the door? Because the door's
No,
closed.
just like I'm gonna outside for the bathroom for the moment, for the time being.
Or you want to go outside. The windows are locked, so you know.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna rattle my tail, like the little rattle at the end of my tail, as loud as I can.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start spinning like get this.
Spinning or meowing?
Meowing.
You both make noises just to make yourself noticed. apparently you haven't heard anybody. Um, while you're doing this, no, but nothing is responding to any of the sounds you're making.
Mm.
And it's getting really, really misty, and it's getting really difficult to breathe.
Hmm.
I'm gonna roll for the superpower to not have to breathe.
Okay. Okay.
It's a 1. No.
You start coughing and coughing and coughing almost your lungs out. While this
That's-
attempt to keep your breath, you totally fail, and now you're having a very tough time. So your next roll will be, and this is because it's a variant. Your next roll will be at disadvantage.
Sad.
I'm gonna try to slither under the bathroom door now.
You want to slither. Well, you have to get out of this room first, and this is the room where you were kept. It's a bedroom. So you're going to slither under the door first, and under the other door of the bathroom, right? That's what you're trying to do.
Right.
Okay. Roll.
It's a 4.
You manage to flatten yourself. It's really tough, but yeah, you manage to do it. You slither in, and while you feel the heat coming towards you, it's intense. The floor feels very, very hot, and there's a certain points the wood board is even like dark and showing dark spots while you're slithering, and you try to avoid the very, very hot parts and slither into the bathroom. In the bathroom, you don't see anybody either.
Okay, I'm gonna slither back to the room with Cat. George the cat.
Okay. Roll again. Because it's a dangerous situation where you're now in.
Ooh, it's a 2.
You try to, and the floor in front of you, in that hallway, is now completely black. That means intense, and I mean intense heat. At the moment, you're separated from the cat.
I'm gonna do
Sure.
some acrobatics. Acrobatics only for cats.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna try and open the door.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Roll.
No!
It's a 1. Just roll that 1, I feel.
I have a 2 because of the disadvantage.
Your next roll won't be a disadvantage, but in this case, you jump up, and because you're still having difficulty breathing, you just manage to miss the doorknob.
Snake, are you there?
Yes.
Rattle.
Oh, rattle response.
Can you open the door?
I can try.
Wow.
And
You have to
yeah,
get there. You have to get there again because you were not able to cross the hallway.
Can I use my venom to like spray ahead of me to like liquidate some of the floor just so it's a little bit colder?
I don't know how that helps, but okay, I'll let you roll for it.
Yeah, instead of water, it's just my venom and it's just cutting out a little bit.
Okay.
Ooh, that's my first 5.
That's a 5. Okay, well, with all your might, you squeeze out venom, and enough venom that it evaporates. It gives you a little bit of a trail to go through and to get back. But you are now outside.
Hmm. Like outside the house? I was
Outside,
going
no,
back to the
outside,
path.
outside the room, the bedroom.
Oh, I will try to open the door.
Okay.
I'll try to slither up at an angle to get to the door.
Okay. Oh, roll for it.
Oh, that's two. I'm so sorry, cat.
The
Uh,
heat is really getting to you, and you feel your tail and the back part of your body heating up to a very uncomfortable level. You like the heat because that's the
Snake.
type of creature you need to be. But this is getting to a point that this is a little bit too much. This is a little bit too much, and because of this, you cannot reach the doorknob.
Now I'm
Can
going
I?
to do like what a cat can only do. I'm going to friendly lick my fur, and I'm gonna turn into an hairball machine gun to shoot through the door, so I can go through it.
Can,
Oh,
can I try to go under the door?
yes, you can. Roll both of you.
It's a tree.
That's
Do I
a four.
succeed?
Yes, you are able to get a hairball, and you're cannoning the doorknob, right? That's what I understand. What you're trying to do.
Or just machine gun through the door. I
You
don't
machine gun through the
mind.
door. Okay, you managed to make with a very aggressive hairball with a lot of stomach acids. I don't even know if cats do that, but you're able to make a small hole in the door, uh, but not big enough for you to crawl through,
Hmm.
but big enough for the snake to go through. But meanwhile, you managed to do this. Your friend the snake has already crawled under the door.
Hmm. I made the hole.
I saw that. Just like
So
I did last time.
what are we going to do?
Well, we can make another one of those. We can go through the window.
I'm going to I'm going to do cat acrobatics and gonna jump to the window.
You don't have to roll for this one because it's very
Oh,
low window seal, and in
all
this
right.
case, a cat would be able to reach that
And then
without
I'm
any extra skill.
gonna start mm, thinking what would it be. Oh, I'm gonna do, of course, what a cat does. Put like does his nails out, and I'm gonna like circle the glass to make a big enough hole to fit through.
With your nails?
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
like a secret agent.
Okay.
He's using the
Ah.
glass cutter nail.
And it's a 6.
Your nails are as tough as diamonds and are able to make a hole big enough for you to crawl through to get outside.
Let's go, friend.
I mean, I'll go through the window too. Do I have to roll because of the snake?
I think there's enough stuff around the window that you can crawl from one position to another to get out of the room.
I'm gonna slither right on out of the hole if you left.
While you are both outside, you see that downstairs, in almost every window, there is flames coming out. You are now on a kind of I don't know if you call that a balcony, but it's a protrusion with a fence where you normally put plants on. that's where you are right now. Now you have to
Yeah.
get downstairs.
Well,
Do you think you can make that jump, cat?
I can. But how? I'm not a squirrel. I don't know if I will survive.
I was thinking I could just wrap around you and then you jump down. Cat.
What if you? What if you like hang? If I'm gonna hang from you and you're like a rope,
Suppose I could do that. Just don't pull on my route.
I'm
I
gonna
guess.
hold on to him, and he's gonna be my rope.
Yeah.
Okay. That would require a kind of strength. Are you going to like hook on the bars, or you're gonna bite the bars?
I'm gonna hug like with a portion of my body, like right with my neck, like right behind my neck, just curl around it.
Okay. Well, you easily managed to do that, but then the cat. What are you going to do? Are you gonna just
I,
scratch your
I
way down, or?
no, I'm gonna like do it like a fireman's pole. I'm gonna go like that, like just yeah, like a fireman's pole.
Okay, let's say that you are let's see, how much is a foot again? Let me
How long are you?
it's a 30 centimeters is a foot, right? Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
I think it was a 30 cent. No, you are yeah, you're approximately a 5 foot. Let's say you're 5 foot. You're a very huge snake.
Yeah, I'm a
Uh,
chunky snake.
yeah. And that would mean that you still have to fall down uh 15 feet. So 4.5 meters, you still have to jump down as the cat.
A cat can survive that, right?
Mm.
Well, let's see how you do.
I am a house cat, so I'm gonna. Let's hope I make it. It's a 4.
Yeah,
Okay. But I want to also know, are you strong enough to hold the cat?
it's the cat. How big of a house cat is he?
I am like Garfield.
Oh shit.
I am like Garfield. I like lasagna.
Oh, we'll see.
Okay.
I mean, I'm a huge cat, but still, I'm a huge snake. All right, let's see what the D6 has to say. And the D6 agrees. That is a six. That's a 6.
Okay, that is now ability to hold on for dear life. Let's call it that. To hold on for dear life. uh, while the cat is sliding down the snake. You know, that sounds very nasty. If you just use different wording.
Stream isn't even here today, and we're still doing it in his honor.
You manage to land on all fours, and without any trouble. You use your tail to, they use their tail to get in balance, and you land right there. While you take a look around, you still don't see any humans, but you do notice that the car, the vehicle, the metal vehicle, is gone.
Well, if this house burns down, I won't be a house cat anymore. I will be an outside cat. But
Cat.
and now I'm gonna look up. Rattle, are you okay?
Yes, cat. Can I come down now?
You can jump down if you want.
With what legs, cat?
So I didn't really think of how you were gonna get down.
I'm gonna be landing on you, cat. And I'm just gonna let go of the the rain just land on him.
Okay. My dear cat, please roll to survive this. This.
This 5-foot rattlesnake.
It's a 4.
It's a 4 with full force, and I think you also coiled
I get-
together while you fall like a ball. It's like dropping on you right now.
I catch him with my big belly.
A belly trampoline.
Okay. You land on the belly and it bounces a little bit. Like you are both outside on the ground floor. Car is gone. House is on fire. And you see the smoke is getting worse. Far away, you hear the sirens. What would you like to do?
I don't suppose there's anything you can do about that cat.
I can try and spit hairballs at it.
I don't think you have enough hair on your body for that one cat.
It's true. Maybe we can get a garden hose.
The snake with the garter hose. Do we look to see for a garden hose?
Yeah, I'm gonna look for a garden hose.
You can easily find a garden hose. Yeah, it is coiled up though on a what do you call that in English?
Faucet?
No, on a roll. You know those things that hang on the wall. I don't know what you call those things.
Yes.
I am gonna try and jump and catch it with my mouth and hope it will
Okay.
roll down. A 4.
A 4. You managed to grab hold with your sharp teeth into the hose, and you're able to pull it out if you want to.
Yeah, I'm going to try and land down with it in my mouth
Okay.
and walk to the house and say to the snake, "Turn it on!"
With what limbs?
With your mouth.
I guess I'm gonna roll to see if I can turn on this water hose.
If you want to do that with your mouth, yeah, you can try.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna roll for that. That's a 4.
Apparently you can. It's very uncommon for a snake to be able to do that, but yeah, you managed to
I haven't
figure out what way you need to turn it, and then roll. You put your mouth on it. You start to roll your body like you're trying to how do you call that? Suffocate a rodent or something, and that way you are able to turn it the right way.
I'm an exceptional rattlesnake. I learned how to constrict from my boa mom. I was raised by a boa, so I know how to constrict.
Exactly.
I'm gonna. I'll try and aim at the fire.
Okay. Well, roll.
It's a 5. I succeed.
You're able to resist the force because the pressure is very, very strong, especially for a cat, which is not normally holding a garden hose towards the house. And yes, you are able to spritz a couple of windows. You don't have full control over it, but you are able to aim at the house.
And I'm gonna let it go.
Okay.
The house.
While you are letting go, this garden hose is like spritzing all over the place. It starts to wiggle around, and you know, cats generally don't like the
No.
water.
I'm gonna run away.
Okay.
That's
Let's see
why I
if you.
let go.
Let's see if you succeed.
Yeah, I succeed. I have a 6.
Okay.
I'm fast as Pete, boy.
So let's paint the situation. The house is on fire with a little bit of water on it. The windows are now at the moment like exploding out. Like there has been an explosion, so everything shatters at the moment. Uh, a garden hose is like doing this all over the place in the backyard, and you two are outside doing what?
There's a new friend for you, Rattle. The garden hose.
That's insulting.
Well, you look the same.
I'm gonna I'm gonna try to coil around the garden hose to like try to aim it more
Okay.
instead of it just like
Okay. Okay, roll for that, please.
and on this day the dice god said I shall in fact. That is a 6.
Oh, well, you get the special ability of coiling around a garden hose to be able to control it.
What
And
are you? Oh.
and you aim it at the house again.
Yeah.
This is a weird, strange situation. You, my dear cat, see that there are people coming in your direction, and what they see is a snake holding a garden hose, aiming it with its body while looking at the house.
What are you doing? Get a room.
What? I'm trying to save our house.
Well, it looks like you're doing something else. And also, there are humans coming. Act normal.
Oh. Even if I acted normal, a human would squash me. I'm a rattlesnake.
You're a giant rattlesnake. How would they squash you?
Speaking of people, one of the humans, it's an elderly woman, uh, takes her stick and tries to shoo you both away. It shoos you away, and it shoos the snake away. Like, oh, stay
I'm gonna
away,
spit.
stay away, stay away.
I'm gonna spit a hairball at her face.
Okay. Roll.
It's a 6. Hell yeah! My hairball's getting better.
Okay. While you so this lady is with her walking stick pushes you away aside and shushing you the snake away. And then all of a sudden she get from a corner of the high there is a big hairball going towards her. It knocks her out. It makes her fall backwards. Other people are now. She shouts, ah! and she calls other people. There are two younger people coming. They're not adults, but they're not little kids either. And both of them have water guns.
Can we determine if we know them? Like, if we've seen them in the house before?
Yeah, let's do a memory roll.
Oh, yeah. I'll also roll. I have a 3.
I rolled a 1. I won't know who these people are at all.
You know.
They don't give me food. I don't know them.
Exactly. You know, my dear cat, that these are the neighbors, the neighbors' kids. They are like a little bit older. They are hitting puberty, so they're not teenagers, but they're like they're hitting their puberty, and they are just, they were playing outside, and they're going towards you, and they take a big circle around the snake, and they're trying to grab you.
Can I coil into myself, like just in a little like heap?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You wouldn't be able to naturally do that. It does mean that you have to let go of the hose. Won't be able
Yeah.
to direct the hose.
Oh, wait, actually, yeah, instead I'm just gonna direct the hose at the M.
Okay, roll.
That's way better.
Ooh, that's a 1, but that's okay because I have advantage on this. That's a 6.
Yeah. That's a 6. Um, so that means you have another dice added to that.
I can add another dice. I'll just keep spraying people.
Keep adding dice. There's a maximum of 5 in this game.
Ah.
While they turn around, and while they're walking around you to stay out of your way, my dear rattlesnake, you turn around, spraying them in the face, and they are walking away. Like, what the F is going on?
I'm the world's most intelligent snake.
Oh, what would you like to do, you two? Because you have now shushed the people away.
Man, are there any more people? Are those the only 3 people and
Well, the
only 2
ambulance is
kids?
or the ambulance. I mean, the fire brigade is
Truck.
on its way. The fire truck is audibly very close. They're not there yet, but they're there.
I think I'll just keep on the hose like I am. I'm gonna point it back at the hose.
Okay, you managed to do that. My dear cat, what are you going to do?
I'm thinking about what I should do. I'm thinking I'm gonna try and spit hairballs at the fire to see if it does anything.
Okay.
Because it's my special power.
You have now are level 3 or something like, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Level 3 at hairball spitting.
You're like, hose
And then another 6.
You spit the house full of balls through the window, and it doesn't seem to do anything. Like, it doesn't seem to do anything, but at the same time, you think you do. You do notice that now a lot of mice are trying to escape the house.
I'm gonna start catching them because they're
Okay.
food for both of us.
Okay. Well, roll for catching mice.
Watch, the cat gets natural 1.
Ah, it's a 2.
It's a 2. You've been so distracted with this house fire. You are not at the top of your game today. You're
I'm
not.
also I'm really fat, so I'm really slow. I'm a slow cat.
The rattlesnake. What are you keep spritzing the house?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep trying to spritz the house. There's not much more I can do.
Okay. By now, the fire department has arrived. The firemen are just surrounding the house, and they see with their amazement, of course, a snake holding a garden hose. A 1.5 meter snake, a 5-foot snake, which is a
Really
very,
big
very big, very, very big rattlesnake. A very, very big rattlesnake. I don't think they really in real life even are that big, but
I
okay.
don't think so. No, I think like the biggest rattlesnake is like maybe 3 feet.
Yeah, something like that. They're holding, and they are like stunned. They're surprised. They are panicked, and all in the same time. But then they are, of course, alert because they are now trying to focus on the house. some of them they're getting their equipment ready, and
Oh,
one of them is
and
trying to catch the cat.
I'm gonna
uh,
I'm gonna spit a hairball at him.
he's gonna be level 5 with this.
Come on. Yeah! I forgot another 6. I'm level 5 at hairball spitting. Yeah!
The fireman like, oh, what the hell is this? What the hell is this?
Machine gun fire up!
There's another fireman who's trying to getting his equipment, and like I think we need to do something about this snake. That's what you think they're saying. Another one is grabbing a big garbage bag. That's probably intended for the cat. So there are a couple of firemen that is now focused on the house. There's one fireman that is trying to get equipment to catch you, the rattlesnake, and there are two trying to chase you down, the cat. What would you like to do?
Yeah,
let-
I think
I'll-
the shed is the best option.
Yeah. I'll go into the shed.
Okay. You two are just going to escape, basically, right?
I'm just
Oh.
gonna hide in the shed, wait until the person gets home.
Okay. You roll to crawl under whatever you need to crawl under, and you are trying to climb on the shed, or because
Yeah,
the
I'm
shed is
gonna.
closed. So
I'll climb on the shed or go to a window if there's a window.
okay, a roll to climb.
It's a tree.
It's a 3.
I have a 4.
While these are chasing you down, you manage to release the garden hose, and of course that thing is like wiggling all over the place, which causes which is a distraction for the fireman who tried to catch you. You in that time are crawling under the door, and you are now in the shed. The cat tried to climb a couple of trees, and from the trees got onto the house. 2 firemen are still trying to catch you, cat. And one of them walks away. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna hit him in the back of the head with that
With a
hairball.
four.
Okay.
He's maxed at hairball already.
Yes.
But I get to re-roll 5 times, right?
Yeah, you get just 5 rolls.
Oh, well, this one is a 5, so I already made it. I'm a sharpshooter now.
Oh, you okay? You are able to do this, and the fireman get this still wet hairball in the back of his neck, which is very uncomfortable. Normally have that protective in the back, but because he was running away, you just hit him right there in between, and now he's like ah 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 ah.
And can I try and get into the shed or something?
Yes, you. How would you like to do that? Because it's completely closed.
Is there a window on top?
Yes, there is a window, and that's also closed.
Then I'm gonna use the other skill I have, my other superpower. That's the glass cutting with my nails. That's also
Okay.
level 1.
Mhm.
It's a tree.
It's a 3. Yeah, you managed to create a circle, and you can jump down. Though there was a lot of stuff down. You don't have a good view, so because it's dark. So it's gonna be a risky situation if you jump down.
I'm gonna engage my superpower cat eyes to help me climb down.
Okay, roll for vision.
It's a 1.
Your eyes are still full of smoke. The direction of the wind of the house is crossing the shed, so that clouds your vision at this moment.
But I still climb in.
Okay, you just climb in?
Yeah, on good luck.
Okay, I am going to counter roll.
Oh. So I need to roll, and you're
Yes.
going to roll.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Come at me.
What do you have?
A 4.
Oh, you managed to beat me by 1.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You managed to climb down, land on your 4 paws, without anything in your area. You barely missed the garden rake.
Looney Tune themselves.
I flop down, and I'm going to take a nap for a few seconds.
For a few seconds. While you're closing your eyes, you hear the sound of something beating on the door. Something very heavy beating on the door. Hit. And then you see a sharp metal object punching through the door.
Quickly
What would you like to do?
hide. I'm gonna hide in a corner.
Okay.
I will also hide.
Okay, roll to hide, both of you.
I am the world's sneakiest snake. That's a 5.
That's a
I am the
5.
worst sneakiest cat ever. I threw a 1.
Okay.
The dice always they don't like me. I think they don't like me. Always when I need them, it's always the same.
Hey, you landed without a scratch.
The door is being broken
but-
open, busted open by one of the firemen. And they are trying to now catch you, my dear cat.
I'm going to stand on my behind legs, right up, and pull out my nails. Gonna stand there in fighting mode, like this.
Okay. Roll to defend, or are you going to attack?
Now I'm going to defend,
Okay, you're the claw defense.
and I'm gonna make a noise. And it's a 6.
It's a
Defend
6.
mode activated.
Says the dice doesn't like him. Rolls a 6 to control.
Oh, there you go. While one of them grabs a bag and just tries to put it on top of you, you are able to slice the bag into pieces, and you manage to attack. Manage to escape. Where would you like to escape to? Because the door is right open, but you have to go through the legs of 2 firemen.
I'm gonna go through to the door, but while I'm running, I'm going to spit hairballs in their face so they cannot see me.
Okay, I'll let you roll to spit, but you won't be able to escape because you have to stand still to be able to do this.
All right. Well, I have a 5, but I can
Okay.
roll. I can roll one more time. Well, the highest was 5. So.
Okay. You managed to spit in their faces. Now they're now having their hands and they're trying to remove the spit off their face. They're being distracted. and you are able to get out of the shed. One of
Yeah.
them has not been hit, and that was the one behind him, behind the one with the bag you shredded. That one is walking in, sees the cat pass by, but that's not his problem. His problem is the snake. He's going to look for you. Let's see if you succeed.
He needs that 6 to look to see me.
Well, he does succeed. He does find you. What would you like to do? You are now being
What?
exposed. You have flashlight in your face.
I would like to intimidate him, like just be this big, like his, like I'll show off like my full size of a big 5-foot rattlesnake in my lap.
Okay.
Just like, oh, you woke me up.
Okay, roll to intimidate. Where are you going to attack?
I'm not gonna attack because if I attack, they'll just put me down. That is a 5 to intimidate.
A 5. You intimidate, and they take a step back. Both of them take a step back, while the other one is still cleaning his face off hairballs. The one who approached you with the flashlight is pushing him back out of the shed. What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna stay in my little spot, just defend.
Okay.
I just like this little shed.
Okay. You escaped out of the shed. Where do you want to go?
Gonna go up in a tree.
Up in a tree.
Mm.
Okay. Roll to climb.
A 6.
You manage to crawl. First, jump on a small fence, and from that fence you went from bushes. From bushes you went into the tree. How high up are you going to climb?
High enough that they need like a big ladder to catch me.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna take a nap.
At the moment, the firemen are now like, okay, we'll just focus on the house and leave the animals for what they are. And the fire is completely doused. It takes a while. It takes at least 3-4 hours before it's actually what we call brandmeester, that they are master of the fire. I don't know what the expression is in English, but that's what we call it in Dutch. And it seems to be declared safe. Relatively safe, because the house is not in a very good state. It's almost burnt down. You did your best, my dear rattlesnake.
I did.
The
I, I was a snake cowboy on the hose.
the you probably are you awake while this happens, or are you sleeping, my dear
I
cat?
am going to sleep until I hear something that wakes me up.
Well, it is Timothy. You hear the voice, a familiar voice, and it's the voice of Timothy. He tries to call you back down. What do you do?
I'm going to try and climb down.
Okay. Roll.
A tree. A tree and a tree.
A tree. Now I'm gonna roll against you for the pure and simple reason that climbing down a tree is more difficult than climbing up a tree. And it seems that you underestimated the height you climbed. And you try to go down, but the tree starts to move, and it's not as stable as you thought it was. What is the rattlesnake doing? Because you
Do I
hear Timothy's
also?
voice too.
Oh, I would like to also just come out of the shed, like just full on rattling, just not paying attention to much else, just coming out of the shed, almost like a
You-
dog wagging its tail.
Okay. Okay. Well, Timothy is kind of now in panic because when a rattlesnake rattles its rattle,
Yeah,
that's not a good sign.
yeah. That was the purpose.
It's the small child is now panicking, and its parents that are just entering the backyard are now very weary what they need to do. The firemen are still there. Um, they want to help the kid. They want to help the cat, but there's a rattlesnake rattling its rattle. Um, yeah. What are they going to do? Well, they make a phone call, and there you have her. So, a snake expert who's going to try to catch you. Although he does say it's like a giant one. It's a very rare giant one. He does say that. What would you like to do?
I can pick up that everyone's kind of like weary, right? Like
Yes, you
everyone's kind of
can.
looking at me like, oh, that's a
Yeah, you can smell it. With your tongue, you can smell that there is fear surrounding you.
okay. I would like
Because
to
you don't
just
see you very well, so.
um yeah, I'll just stop rattling my rattle and just like coil in myself. Not like a ball, but like just in a pile.
Okay, in a pile. Okay, well, he's going to try to hook you on his, I don't know what you call that tool. The snake tool.
I don't know what they're called. I've just always called them a hook.
Yeah, those snake hooks, let's call it that. With a big bag and a big bucket. I mean, a huge bucket. It's almost as big as an oil drum. Just,
Mm,
they don't know.
those snake buckets.
And he tries to capture you, tries to lure you in onto and he tries even with a dead mouse to get you like in his direction.
Mm,
It seems that it doesn't work on you at all.
I just see that there's the like he's just trying to lure me into the thing, like the little drum. Cool. I'm gonna demonstrate the biggest amount of snake intelligence and just go into the drum. I
Okay.
am smart snake. If I do anything more, they're just gonna put me down. I
Okay,
can smell they're afraid.
let me see if you overcome your instinct. Because this is kind of against your instinct. Your instinct is to hide. So let's see what you do. If you can make a smart decision.
I am a very smart snake, and that was a 6.
Okay. You overcome your fear wanting to get in the opposite direction of the box, of the opposite direction of and just flee into the bushes and the trees. But you take the different approach. You just slide into the big barrel, and there you are. You see the lid close really quickly, like, oh man, that was so lucky. It was so lucky. Now we're having the problem with the cat. The cat is still in the trees.
I also saw it happening to him that he got like captured.
Yes.
Can I start shooting hairballs at the capturer, at the
Uh,
snake person?
yes, but you have to take away 2 dice
All right, all right.
because you are pretty high, and you have to aim with the tree that is moving.
It was already a tree.
Mhm.
The highest I threw was a 4.
Okay. Well, you did manage to hit the snake wrangler. Well, it he does respond, of course, because this is icky stuff in his back, in the back of his neck is like ugh, ugh. Me thinking about it is like gross, and he just runs away. One of the firemen is now approaching you via the ladder, and he's now trying to catch you. Come here, kitty kitty. Come here.
Gonna jump on him.
You jump. Okay. Roll to jump.
A 5.
Okay. You jump on it. Is there a particular way you're jumping on him, or you just go for it?
Then jump. I jump like somewhat into his arms, like his chest, just on him.
Okay. Well, you jump on him, and he kind of panics because he feels the claws on his neck. uh, he holds firm to the ladder, and they take you down the ladder. His chest, his neck is bleeding from your claws, but you are now safely on the ground. Timothy is now trying to hold you, and he's giving you treats. Well,
I take a treat and then I quickly run away and go to the barrel where my friend is in, and I'm gonna kick it.
What are you doing?
It's a tree.
You kick it. Did you want to kick it over?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a heavy
It
barrel.
falls over. It falls over. It is delidded. It has no lid anymore. It rolled away like a coin.
And I say to him, "Come, we're outside pets now. Run!"
I'm not hunting mice. I prefer to just be fed. Get back here, cat. You don't know what you're talking about.
It is a. It is. It looks like a happy end. A happy end with a disagreement. That's what it looks like. Well, my dear friends, thank you for playing this game, and thank you for all watching this unfortunate short game, because we are just, how do you call that, shaking it out of our sleeve. Uh, well, because we were not prepared that one of us would not be there. Next time we'll play a full game. I hope we could play a full game, and then we'll continue the campaign. But before we end, um, well, we end the game, of course. But I wanted to ask our new player, Sai. Up to now, have you enjoyed playing the main campaign?
I have, yeah. I like to think I've been trying to fit pretty well into the world and at least kind of role playing pretty good how my character would react. All of a sudden, from one day to the next, his entire life has changed.
Yes, yes, that's something that seems to happen with these adventurers, especially if you have Serim and Drogo, that they, flip your life. um, have have you have we had this conversation before. Um, did you play D&D before?
I have. I played a few games, and it in fact was my partner who got me into it at first.
Ah, aha. Um, I wanted to say Drogo. I'm so
I
stuck.
am George. I am house cat.
Gosh, we've had this conversation before. When is the first time you played the game?
When I first played the game was that was a couple years ago, but it was with my brother. It was like one session, and then I like played like a few sessions with friends, but that uh well that separated. And then actually my real second campaign was this campaign, so I'm pretty new D&D player actually, but it's going good.
Have you how's been your experience up to now?
It's been
Playing the
good.
game and you both I saw you already kept up with all the D&D stuff around it. You've noticed that there are new classes in the Arcana, in the Unearthed Arcana, which is still not official, but it's like
Yeah. There are
test
new
play stuff.
player races. They're pretty strong in my opinion.
And in your experience, playing D&D, what is actually the most um the most fun thing, the most rewarding thing of playing the game?
It's definitely when you hit that nat 20 on attack rolls. You had that crit damage onto something.
For
You
me
hit
it
that
is
crit damage.
for me it is screwing up stuff without screwing up stuff.
Screwing up stuff. Well, that is something that Drogo is very
No,
good
I'm
at.
yeah, I'm more like mean. What I mean is when I play Droga sometimes, of course, I screw stuff up, and I know myself that it's not good what I'm gonna do, but I do it because Droga would do it, and I find it fun to do because it challenges. It challenges Omaru, it challenges the party.
Yes, it does.
Like when you
Yes, it
broke
does.
my spear.
Yeah, but that was just a dice roll. That was something I couldn't do anything about.
No, that is true. That is true. That is up to the gods, which I'll be playing all the time. Um,
But I
you've
think one of the best things was that we had, for me, was that we had also had Kaio because Kaio has a lot of experience
yes,
in
yes, he
playing.
does.
So it when my first few sessions, it helped a lot that he was also there.
It does. We started the game for those who don't know, who's just tuning in. We started playing the game this campaign with me, Gus, Kaio, and Axel. Axel was one of my um, apprentices, you could call, uh, and we had a kind of a mixed group of people playing this game, which is most fun. And in my experience, that is the most fun. If you play with experienced players, it sometimes gets very rules lawyery, and that's not where I get my fun out of. And you see that also in the one shot we just did. Um, I like to just wing it, because that you can your imagination is the limit, and that's just the great thing about it. Um, so we've been playing for a while. We've been playing in this world. Is there something in this world of Dunyar that you thought like, hey, this is remarkable, or this is weird, or this is something that looks familiar but it's not?
Liking this gate system so far, it's pretty unpredictable.
Yeah, the gate system's good. Also, finding a ship with like that stuff on it, it was also weird. And also, I still don't know. I just started beating a box on that ship, and all of a sudden it turned normal. That was also really weird.
Yes, yes, that was the adventure where you were all onto a ghost ship, right?
Yeah, it was
Yes.
the ghost ship where we found the box, and then all of a sudden, all kinds of undead came after us. And we had a box, and I just started hitting the box as a barbarian because what do you do as a barbarian? You hit stuff, and somehow it worked. And
Drogo the box breaker.
Yes,
know, the
yes,
wood
he is
beater.
the wood beater. That's what he is.
I don't know. It's fun. The world's fun, and it's also fun that what Omaru says. It's about having fun. So he knows Drogo isn't a magic user. So if he has like a magic protection or something, if I hit a net 20 or something on hitting it, he will say, "Oh, you did damage." Because
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you
It's
have
because you can't limit every player to just one source of type of damage or limitation of this against that. It's still fantasy, right? It's still fantasy. Sai, you rolled into this world. How's your experience of rolling into a group that played before and you just being the newbie?
It's pretty fun so far because they already have like a group chemistry. And now it's where I factor in, and it's been pretty fun.
Yeah, because sometimes people find that very intimidating because there is a group dynamic, there is a group history. Just to sit at a group and then it's, being bologna and sausage.
I think it's fun so far. It's definitely very in character. Both in and out of character, it lines up really nicely that Drago and Salim both already have history of playing together. And now here I am, the new guy, both in campaign and meeting them.
yeah, true.
What is your advice? What is your advice, Sai, getting into a group that is already existing?
I would say try not to like butt in between because they're gonna have interactions and they're gonna have like inside jokes and like little pieces of history and lore together. And that's okay. Like let that happen. You have to understand that you're now there and now you can form those new ones. You don't have to try to be like, oh, well, you guys were doing that. I don't know, I was helping someone with their widow or something.
And always, if you can always ask out of character, or when we're not on stream, you can always ask, "Oh, why was the inside joke? What's the inside joke?" You can always ask people if you want to know. Maybe you won't find it funny, but if you're really curious, you can always ask people.
Mr.
That is
Box
true.
Beater.
And in this case, then I would ask you, Cus, what is um, what is a tool or what is a tip that you can give people uh, that that are going to have a new player, and this player is just blank and doesn't know anything about what you've already played about? How do you make him not ostracized?
Well, I would say try to not. If you have an inside joke, don't try to make it like. If you say up something about an inside joke, maybe give a bit more explanation about it, because also you have to account there's a new player, but also there's a new character in your group. So in the normal way, you would always, when you have an inside joke, you always say, "Oh, that was because." Like the wood beater. Oh, that was because one time I beat a box, and just a little bit explanation. You don't have to explain the whole story, but just 2 sentences. And also try to include them in the group. Like I have the nickname for Serene Fainter, and I try to give Foy the nickname too.
Yeah,
Just
Magic
like
Man.
stuff like that. Yeah, Magic Man. Stuff like that. Just include them.
Inclusion, very important.
Inclusion.
Yeah. You've also experienced that that a long time player has left. How do you deal with that type of grief? Because there is some type of grief around it. How do you deal with that? And how would you process that in character?
Well, um, I think like it's a shame if someone leaves, of course, as you're the part of the group. We've almost played together for like a year. Um, and it's a shame, of course, because you start building a connection and stuff like that. But also people have their own life, so you gotta have respect for that. And in playing wise, well, ISS Drogo, I gave my necklace um to Sitaram, and that way, always when I now go to rage, I remember, because he always used to grab his necklace when he went to rage, but his necklace is not there anymore.
And you made that a part of the small habits.
Yeah, small
The
habits of a barbarian.
right, 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 right. Okay, well, let me give you two the opportunity to ask me as a DM. Do you have any questions on
What's
stream?
the hardest part of building a world?
The hardest part is to make something that is full, and that you can always anticipate what your players are going to do. And that requires, of course, that you know each other a lot, but at the same time, you can't over prepare because they might go somewhere else. But have a good base. And if you have a good base and motivation of that base, and that's I think for DMs that start, having a reason why certain things are happening is more important than the things that are there. And it sounds weird, but that's because you can deduct new things if your players are throwing something at you, because then you can swiftly think, does this make sense in the logic of what you put out? So if you have a certain culture, does that fit that culture? If they throw something at you, you can easily say yes, it fits, but maybe if you write it all out, you've thought of it on the spot, but if you write it all out, it doesn't make sense. So know your motivations, why certain things are in the world. And that is sometimes very challenging to keep up. Sometimes you forget simply because you're human. You forget what you've thought of and why you did it. But mostly that is the biggest challenge, trying to find something that fits based on what you've already written and why you have written. But why is more important than that. It sounds weird.
All right. Yeah, yeah.
Sai, do you
So
have anything you would like to know?
I'm really curious on how you think we've been doing as players in your world.
Um, well, I have been amazed that you two, and of course Surim, Kayo, have pushed me to the limit, and that's good. Because there are more things that I've not prepared, and you don't know.
Like when we fought those spiders, huh?
Yes, that's one of the examples. As a DM, you will know, as a DM, you will always get something that you have not prepared for. And they will just do it. And they will just go there or go somewhere else. And sometimes you can retool what you've made, but in some cases you can't. And that is very tough. Then you have to go on the spot. And I'm not, that's why I am not really much a rules DM. So I don't, what's on this card? Yes, suggestion. But if I can't read it in time enough, then I'll just figure it out at the moment we're playing. Because I cannot take 5 minutes. And that's, I think, the difference between someone who's streaming and someone who's playing at home. At home, I can say, okay, let's take 5 minutes. But during a stream, if you just started and you're half hour in the game and you did you as players made a decision, then I can't stop and say, give me 10 minutes, because that's already a lot of stream time
true.
gone. So and that's, I think, the difference between streaming online and not streaming at all, just playing at home. Yeah, that is a difficult thing, but it's fun. I think that's the fun, especially streaming. That's the fun of thinking of something really swiftly on your feet and still manage to have the players have fun. Yeah, I think that answered. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, it does.
Do you have an in-world question?
Well, I had another question about how it was for you to have a new player being added, especially to like the stream group.
It was fun. It's of course a lot of work because as some of you know, we are looking for someone new. Um, it is a lot of work in advance. It's talk about character, talk about the personality, selecting the personality that fits into the group, because that's also very important. Not only in streaming groups, but also in private. You have to find someone that you have to make that determination if somebody fits the rest of the players. And you also have to manage their expectations. If they have an expectation that, we're going to murder monsters, that's different than trying to figure out treasure or trying to figure out a puzzle or puzzles, if you are into that. That is the biggest challenge. And I think it's a lot of fun to find someone new. I think it's a lot of fun is preparing someone new and getting to know someone new. So for me, it's great. I've noticed now, like, yeah, sometimes you have to reject people. That's never fun. It
Oh.
really isn't. But you have to preserve the match that you have with the other people, because you as a DM are not responsible for the pleasure of their enjoyment of the game. You're responsible of bringing this, having the everything around that fits, that the group dynamic fits, and sometimes it goes well, and sometimes it doesn't, but that's a learning moment for you as a DM, because sometimes you think that someone can fit when they actually don't. That happens too. That happened to me in another group. I thought that he was good in the group, and eventually he left. And I thought, you really are a fit in this group, but you know, he didn't enjoy himself, and that's sad because I don't take it personal anymore, but I used to take it very personal.
And also about the world, what can we expect in the future without saying too much about the campaign? What can we expect in the world to happen?
Um,
Or what's
let me.
going on? What's going on in the world besides what we would probably never encounter, but also going on in the world?
What you won't encounter probably is Sitara's world. She's now in the Fey world. You won't be able to dig into that. If we ever get Axel back for some reason, or um, he wants to pick up that character with a group of people, this is an open invitation to you, Axel. If you want to come back and you've found a different group of people you want to play with, I would invite you to play a spin-off of where Sitara left off, and play your battle with your brothers against the hobgoblins. Because at the moment, that's what they're doing. They're battling the hobgoblins in the Feywild.
Yep.
That's something you will never encounter.
Maybe
Probably
maybe the how do you call it? The what happens after it? It's for fall.
Repercussions.
The repercussions, yes.
Yeah, the
What they will
repercussions.
be.
Yeah, that could be repercussions. But this campaign will be the leading one, and not my side thoughts of Sitara's spin-off. Let's call it a spin-off for the simplicity's sake. Yes, there will be consequences. It could be the other way around, but it would be more what happens here would affect
Yeah.
her instead of her affecting here, because it's not an active situation. If it were an active situation with the other two groups, unfortunately, I have had to pause them I do have other groups playing in the same world, but I had to pause them because we couldn't get a date together to play together. Um, so if they are going to be active again, their gameplay will influence also this stream. And the other way around, this stream will influence their gameplay. That's how I set up this world. Um, so at the moment, this is the leading game, and everything that happens here does influence the other two games. If we ever get to play those games again, there is another aspect. The war is on. At the moment, the Hobgoblin war in Aquitania is happening. If you don't know what Aquitania is, I think there is a link to the website. I'm not sure. It could be, could not be. There is a part of the world. Oh, you can maybe the map. Is the map online? Did I leave the map online? Well, in the south of the main world, sorry, the main continent, there is a kingdom, Aquitania. That's a dwarven kingdom. Uh, there is an invasion going on by the Cogna Republic, and that's being led by the Hobgoblins. That's going on right now. Um, yeah, I don't know if they can access it. I'm not sure. That will be one of the things that I probably will have some type of thinking session about how that's going to develop, and that might, if you ever come to the main continent, yes, that's gonna be something you will encounter, but that's currently happening right now. Veria at the moment is also battle ready or getting battle ready. So if you, for example, go with the ship and you go to the main capital, then yes, you will find a city that is ready to fight. But for the rest, I can't tell you. And for
Of
October,
course.
for October, it is kind of a side quest.
Mm.
That I can tell you. It's kind of a side quest
All right, all right.
because it is going to be Halloween. So keep that in mind.
Spooky.
Sai, do you have any questions concerning the world? I didn't hear
I always forget this.
you.
No, not at the moment that I can think of. So far, the world is right the way that Jihin understands it.
Okay. Well, like I said before, if you have questions, ask them. I don't feel obligated to answer them if they are too close to the truth. Keep that in mind. Yeah, the only thing I can say right now, have fun for the rest of the week. Next week, we'll try to have a full game, a full campaign game, and maybe I'll have another session like this during the week. We only need one extra follower, and then we will start streaming more to get our affiliate status. So please recommend everybody our channel and give us a follow. Make them
We would
follow
really love it
us.
if you did.
Yeah,
Mm.
Yeah.
it's gonna be a challenge. It's gonna be a challenge. Um, we are going to stream more, and probably I will do a little bit talk show things. Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna be maybe elaborate more about the world, or I'll elaborate a little bit more about the world. Cass, are you having? Do you have any plans of games you might play on the channel?
I don't know yet. I got New World, but I don't know if New World's gonna be a good streaming game. But it's more because I don't know if my computer will be able to stream it.
Okay.
But maybe New World, and
Okay.
else maybe League of Legends or another game I have. I've got a lot of games, so I always look what to play.
Sai, do you have any plans?
Study and hopefully pass. I think, yeah, next week.
I mean, plans for the for your own streaming? Can you, by the way, stream?
Uh, I probably could given my computer, but I'm not in the business of on my own.
Okay. Well, that means that we're getting close to the end. Cuss, are you able to look for someone to raid?
I've got someone to. I tried, but it said that I cannot do it.
Okay. Well, if
Wait a
you
second.
do a sign off then, Cuss, then I will try to find someone to.
I'll try it one more time. Oh, well, I don't know. It says why? Didn't get this. Try it one more time.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, it won't work.
You can try it. Well, everyone, thank you for watching. We love you all, and as we said, please follow us for a 5th follower, and join our Discord. And if you want to watch more about our campaign, go watch on YouTube. We really like to give you more of a show. Today was we had a session planned, which we said. Unfortunately, it went differently, but I hope you still enjoyed the show. It was different playing a house cat.
I
I
played a
probably
snake.
playing a house cat and a snake was really weird. Well, at least I could spit the hairballs at everyone. And yeah, thank you guys for watching.
Okay. Well, we are going to raid the a very famous group. Well, famous? Yeah, they're famous. Our BIPOC channel Rivals of Waterdeep, because that's the quickest one coming. I will say, well, what I always say at the end of the channel is Dotsits.
But
Bye, everybody.